when you look at Mitchell Robinson, played hard right to the end. He continues to have that block record. So
yes.
You have that.
He gets after it that way. You know, and as we talked about Donovan Mitchell, how hard he plays, Mitchell Robinson plays hard as well every possession. We talked about on that Kyle Lowry injury. That was a 30-point game when he was coming after that loose ball. This game was a blowout, but he came in. He didn't care. He was going after block shots. That's the one. That's his second block. Extends the streak to 20 straight games with 2 or more blocks. He has now the record for a rookie, by the way, playing far less games and far less minutes than the previous record holder, which was Kristaps Porzingis. There's a nice finish as well. That's what you love about Mitchell Robinson, that he's still very raw, has a lot to learn, but possession by possession, he gives you everything he's got. Lots of energy, sometimes a little reckless, a little out of control, but that's okay. You'd rather have a player who's at a 10 and maybe dial him down to a 7 than have to try to get a player to get up to that level of 10.
Now, in a blowout game like this, you have no idea what to take out of it. And whether this leads to Kevin Knox setting some sort of a foundation for himself, but he looked offensively like we haven't seen.
Yeah, offensively, and that's the key word here. And speaking of getting that level to where you're at a 7 and maybe they need to push him to a 10, you see him on offense where once he's feeling good, he does push, he does boost that energy up. He does look like a guy who's staring at that rim who wants to score. He is a scorer. He's going to become a scorer once he gets strong enough. Right now, it's all about strength. But you're seeing a guy that knows how to score, can get points. You don't just walk into this league. He's already had a 30-point game, put up 27. Even in garbage time, it's not that easy. Not for a 19-year-old. And so that's the positives with him. But as we're showing you ways he knows how to score, the other end of the floor is still for him a very big hurdle that he's got to overcome. You know, I mean, again, that's strength where I think in another year or two, he'll be finishing those plays with dunks. That's the once he grows into his body and gets stronger, he's a 19-year-old. But I do think the other side, and we saw a couple of times where DeAndre Jordan got on his case early in the second half.
Bring that up.
Yeah, that's the area that if you're Kevin Knox, you really have to tell yourself, somehow I've got to get better by next season on the defensive end, because if you're adding talent, which they hope to do this offseason, that's going to push you down the depth chart no matter who you are on this roster.